Have you ever wondered why chimpanzees don't have tails? Hey kids, welcome to MDC, where we will be telling a West African Liberian tale. Get ready for an adventure like no other. Let me take you on a magical journey to discover the story of the tailless chimpanzee. Once upon a time, millions of years ago in the animal kingdom, when God created the world, He created all creatures with immense care and attention. He gave the birds beautiful tails to help them soar through the skies. All the other animals gazed up at the birds and admired their tails, wishing they had tails too. So one day, they decided to go to God and ask for tails. God listened to their request and agreed to give them beautiful tails of their kinds. But He warned them not to eat any ripe fruits like bananas or forest grapes on their way back to their kingdom. All the animals nodded and promised to obey. But the mischievous chimpanzee, known for his cheeky behavior, couldn't resist the temptation. He saw a bunch of ripe bananas and thought, just one bite won't hurt. So he took a bite, and guess what happened? His tail fell off. The other animals giggled and said, "We told you not to!" Feeling embarrassed, Chimpanzee went back to God and pleaded for another tail. God, being kind, gave him one last tail with a warning to obey this time. Chimpanzee promised he would listen. But as he made his way back, he spotted those ripe bananas again. He thought to himself, God didn't say I couldn't take one with me. So he picked a banana and started his journey home. It began raining. When he reached the river to cross over to the animal kingdom, it had overflowed, blocking his path. He saw two trees with branches touching across the flooded river and decided to climb one to get across. Chimpanzee, being an animal that cannot swim, had to use both hands and feet to climb, so he decided to hold the banana in his mouth. As he jumped from branch to branch, it kept raining, and so he slipped and almost fell to the flooded river. He panicked and screamed out, accidentally swallowing a few bananas. Right away, Chimpanzee regained his balance as his beautiful tail fell into the flooded river. He climbed back down the tree, crying, and ran back to God. But unfortunately for Chimpanzee, God told him, he had no other tail to give him. Chimpanzee got so sad and angry and ran deep into the forest. This is why Chimpanzee is always looking angry and is found deep in the forest. Chimpanzee learned a valuable lesson about obedience and the consequences of his actions. From that day on, he lived without a tail, reminding himself to listen to God and resist temptation. And that is why chimpanzees don't have tails today. Remember, kids, always listen and be obedient.